Hiya, I'm going to do a reading today. We've got pick a card, so we've got, as it happens, 3 different ocean creatures came out in the shuffle. So I've got my ocean waves bracelet on today in to go with the flow with that. For those of you who want to jump straight into your reading, there are timestamps below, so you can go and do that. Otherwise, this is a brand new channel. So I've been doing private readings for quite a while now. I mainly do numerology, but also, as you can see, tarot and oracle as well. And you can get a private reading with me if you like how I do things. I have a Facebook page, Loving Intent Tarot on Facebook, so if you want to message me via that, you can. There is going to be a site on the way, so you can email direct to the site as well later on. So that's the only 2 ways I kind of have contact with customers and things like that so far. Now this one, what I tend to do in a private reading is I will do numerology first. So we'll go through some core numbers first, and then we'll have like a full Celtic cross tarot spread with some oracles and clarification. So it's about half an hour plus usually for a full video private reading. So as I say, if you're interested, please do seek me out on Facebook, and we'll take it from there. Okay. As far as this channel goes, I'm learning as I go, so I hope you'll forgive any wobbly bits in the beginning. I'd love feedback. If you feel that any of these readings would be useful to anyone you know, please share, and hopefully that will help them too and lift them up as well. These are all going to be timeless readings too, so whenever they find you, if by chance you find this on Facebook, that's kind of a miracle in itself. So whichever one you're drawn to is the reading for you. If not, don't worry, pass it along if you'd rather, you know, to someone else who might benefit from it. But we'll get into it. So we've got these choices here today of a mantis shrimp for pile 1 with this nice chakra thumbstone. We've got the discus fish for pile 2 with this rose quartz sphere, which keeps wanting to roll off my table. And then the pile 3 choice is the crab with this lovely labradorite heart. Okay, so if you make your choice, then we'll begin. Okay, pile 1. Pile 1, whoever chose this mantis shrimp and this chakra stone, this is for you. So what we'll do is we'll pop the mantis shrimp over here for now, and the stone. I'm going to do you a, there we go, just get my bits and pieces organised. I'm going to do you a Celtic cross reading, and it's going to be general, so you know, whatever you feel is for you, that's great. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Any feedback you've got would be awesome to help improve as I go along, and tell me your story down below, and hopefully this is helpful to you. That's kind of my main goal, is to have you come away from a reading being a bit more uplifted and a bit more hopeful about things. So that's kind of how I hope this affects you. So what we've got then is your energy coming forward at the moment is the King of Swords. What's helping or hindering you is the 3 of Pentacles. We've got what's brought you to this reading is the King of Wands. Oh, it's a bit glary there, sorry about that. What's in your subconscious is the 6 of Wands. What's in your conscious mind is the Knight of Swords. What's coming straight for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Just make sure I'm lining it all up properly. And then you going forward from this situation, we've got your energy as the Devil. your situation or others influence, outside influence is the Five of Wands. We've got hopes and fears coming out as the Fool, and then outcome is the Four of Wands. Okay, so we'll go through each one and we'll just see what comes up, and if we need to clarify, we'll pull extra cards out to clarify as we go. Okay, so let's get into it now. For you, your energy at the moment is coming across as the King of Swords. So it feels like you want to get things organized. It feels like you are trying to take back control of life and how things are going, communicating clearly, being quite logical and practical, and trying to kind of get a plan of action off of the ground. The King of Swords is very matter of fact and very intelligent, and you could be feeling, you know, like you want to have some order out of chaos a little bit, and have like this clear plan of action going forward on whatever it is that you're currently thinking about here. And what's helping and hindering you, or hindering you should I say, is the Three of Pentacles. So it could be something to do with work, where you're wanting to have like a more straightforward, stronger energy at work, take back your power at work. It could be to do with work. I mean, the Three of Pentacles is about showing your talents, working with others successfully, enjoying working with others in a team, on a project. Maybe it, like I say, if it's something to do with work, maybe you're wanting to go into a team that's kind of like a better fit for you, somewhere where you can kind of, where your kind of knowledge and your kind of wisdom about the job and your kind of insight and your intelligence is going to be appreciated by those around you, and there's going to be mutual respect, and it's a chance for you to show what you're really good at, and you know, hopefully have rewards coming from that. It's like a really being in a really good place. What's brought you to this reading today is coming up as the King of Wands. So it feels like you've been wanting to feel more inspired and kind of take charge. I feel like you want to take charge of how things are going, and it could be to do with work, but any area of your life really, but basically just having things being much more true for you, better communication, kind of more being more inspired, having more success and things like that, I feel. And maybe there's a chance for you to work with people that are much more appreciative of what you've got to offer, and your skills, and your passion for things, and you know how skilled you are, how kind of what you bring to the table, and appreciating that and working with you on equal terms, and you know, being in a kind of mutually beneficial situation. It just feels a bit worky to me, but I will clarify in a minute about a couple of things. In your subconscious, we've got the Six of Wands, so you definitely feel like getting this energy of wanting some success. So far we've got quite successful, quite driven energies, of sort of a mutual respect and cooperation and things like that, and it does feel a bit worky. I mean, sometimes readings come out as obviously work readings for me. I kind of specialize in self-development and career, and kind of you know, kind of getting the best out of yourself and things like that. So I feel like this is generally like you wanting to achieve things. I think you want to achieve things. You've got a lot of cards which would indicate like the victory and getting the rewards for what you've worked at, and what you've been very driven, and you've been very consistent and very like wanting to better things and wanting to achieve things, and you have like a definite plan of how you'd like that to happen. And hopefully there is an opportunity to kind of showcase what you're good at, be appreciated for what you're good at, and put things into practice, for these amazing ideas you have and this inspiration you have into practice, and it will be really appreciated by those around you, and hopefully that will bring rewards, because when you look in your subconscious, there's this definite need for some success and some recognition for your hard work as well. I feel like it would be nice to be appreciated. Yeah, it would be nice to know that people see what you know, your dedication and what you're putting in, and you know, you get rewarded accordingly, you know. And I think that's definitely a chance of happening here now, looking at everything that's going on. In your conscious thoughts, you have the Knight of Swords, so you could be just really fed up and waiting to get your the reward that you know you deserve with your hard work and your dedication, and kind of being very single-minded and very determined about what you want to do, and putting a lot of effort in. And I do feel that you feel it's time that you saw some returns for all this you know, dedication and this loyalty that you've put in to whatever it is you're doing. And it's definitely like a sense of being tired of waiting, and kind of wanting to see results soon. With what's coming straight towards you, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, so it does indicate there is going to be a change in what's happening for you. The Wheel of Fortune is like a change for the better normally, and I would definitely say that this is it. This is kind of like all this dedication and this passion you've had for what you're doing will be rewarded. I feel it is going to go in your, you know, it's going to be an upturn in your fortunes, and an upturn in your situation, and good things coming in for you as a, like, it's been a long time coming, but it's kind of, it's something that couldn't have been rushed. It's going to, although you might be feeling very impatient about it, you need to just keep doing what you're doing, because it is going to come along for you. And it's in what's coming straight for you, what's in the immediate future, so hopefully it's not going to be too long before you see that upturn in, you know, in your fortunes here. Now you going forward, your energy is coming out as the Devil, and I feel this is basically, I think, you feeling that you can actually free yourself from having been stuck, and having maybe not had the events turn out as you'd like them to fast enough. Once this Wheel of Fortune event occurs, I feel that it'll be time to kind of free yourself up from feeling stuck, or feeling like, you know, you're being blocked from progress, or you're not being recognized in some way. Definitely having a much more positive mindset going forward of, yes, things are moving, I'm not that stuck after all, success is coming in for me, and to not kind of dwell in any negativity regarding your, you know, what's ahead of you. Let me just get a clarification on what's the Devil about in the energy going forward, please. Oops. Well, this one's coming out onto the actual Wheel of Fortune. It landed, and this is the Justice card. So it does feel that things are going to be a lot more fair. You are going to get recognized for all this work and this dedication that you put in, where you've kind of been coming from a place of integrity, and you've been sticking to your values and being true to yourself, and remaining passionate about what you're doing, and putting the work in and doing your fair share and everything like that. And, you know, wanting that recognition and success. Not recognition so much as appreciation, I think, for what you've been doing. I think you've not really got long to wait now before the wheel is coming out and justice landed on top of it. I would say it's, you know, what you have put in, I feel you're going to get rewarded for, and you are going to see that kind of success come to you that you're due. Okay, so that one popped out of that one there anyway, but I was asking about the devil. Anything else about the devil in the energy going forward? For pile 1, please. What's popping out at me? The first one is popping out at me most. Queen of Coins. To me, I feel that this is saying that you no longer have to sort of feel any lack or wanting for anything, or feeling stuck, because you do have this ability to shake that off and move forward into a much more abundant time in your life where, you know, you have got a good handle. I think you already have quite a good handle on things, with the Knight of Swords being your energy. Sorry, not the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords being your energy at the moment. I feel this is just saying this is moving out of this negativity where you feel stuck, or you feel like you're not being rewarded for what you've been doing, or you're kind of in a situation that's not doing you any good. Despite your best efforts, you can't seem to get out of the situation, but actually you're very resourceful, and you have what you need to kind of succeed and move into a much more kind of abundant and stable part of your life where you have everything under control, and you have this you know, potential for growth as well as you go forward. So it's not about being stuck anymore, it's about moving forward and expanding and having success come to you. You know, that's a steady, long-term reliable source of success, which kind of makes me, you know, looking at what's above here in the outcome, and that it does kind of seem to verify that. The situation or outside influences, you've got the 5 of Wands, so is this kind of temporary? The minus arcana isn't really anything too terrible, do you know what I mean? No, not terrible, but it's not too big of an influence. It's kind of a transient temporary energies that come along, and I feel this is, you know, regardless of what's happening around you, I feel you have enough confidence in yourself and your abilities, and you have the resources that you can kind of cope with any sort of busy times, or any competition, or anything that's kind of trying to take your attention away. I think you'll easily be able to handle that. You're grounded enough and everything that you won't let anything around you, any situation around you, kind of throw you off your path. And then hopes and fears, you've got the Fool. So I feel this is definitely a new period in your life coming along where you're ready. I mean, you've got the Wheel of Fortune to say there is going to be a change, and you have this justice. So, you know, this is definitely you getting the rewards for your efforts, and things are turning a corner now. And it's the end of like being frustrated about things, and maybe feeling a bit cheated out of what you feel you deserve, when you know you've worked hard to achieve. And the Fool is just basically you know, you don't have to know exactly how it's going to pan out, but it's definitely worth taking on the adventure and just going with it, going with this new phase. And it's going to be a whole new pure energy coming in as a result. So it's like a really nice indication that it's all going to be beneficial for you, and you know, to not not worry too much about it. It's all looking really good. And then the outcome is the Four of Wands. So again, this is having built, you know, you have the Queen of Pentacles here to verify that, you know, you aren't going to be trapped, but actually there's trapped and feeling like you can't get out of a situation, and there's secure in a situation where, you know, you have all your needs met, and you kind of have the potential for growth and more prosperity and more comfort and things to come. And basically this is the Four of Wands saying, yes, there's going to be a good solid foundation there with this whole new kind of lease on life, and this whole new direction, this whole new kind of cycle that you're in. And you are going to have not only stability, but you are going to have reasons to celebrate. You're going to have much more freedom, and it's like a really nice card to end it on, you know, this whole new phase that the Wheel of Fortune has brought in for you. And it's looking like it's going to be a really positive and much more kind of like a nice fertile base for you to grow things. And there's lots more enjoyment and things like that as well, so that's really cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just read out what the Mantis shrimp has to say, and see what extra message or guidance there was there. So combat vision, vibrational sensitivity. So let's look him up in the book. Right, I found it. So mantis shrimp, let me see. So spirit animal, when the mantis shrimp swims in as your spirit animal, it's time to get things moving and heat things up. Yeah, I mean, you are feeling like that. You are feeling like you're fed up of kind of biding your time. So I mean, working hard, you know, putting that effort in, collaborating. Hopefully that's something that you can get your teeth into. The totem animal is a mantis shrimp. Belongs to those who can see from everyone's point of view. So definitely being a good team member, a team player at the moment is really helpful, I feel. And you're very logical. I feel you're quite you're able to kind of see everyone's point of view. With the King of Swords is somebody who's very logical and very fair, so I feel that's working for you as well. Power animal, invoke mantis shrimp as your power animal when you feel insignificant but need to make a big splash. So if you are feeling like you're not being recognized, or you feel like you'd like some acknowledgement for what you've done, I mean, that could go along with feeling significant. Maybe there's definitely a change coming there for you, so that's not going to be for long before people really do acknowledge what you're doing and appreciate you. So let's see. He's only 4 inches. Oh, it's like a little bit of a biology part here. So I'll read out a bit about the mantis shrimp, because it's kind of sums up your character, and that being passionate and being quite tough, I feel. Courageous. The King of Wands is courageous. And justice, it's kind of, and you know, the Knight of Swords, it's all kind of giving you, you know, quite a strong vibes here. So the average mantis shrimp grows to only 4 inches. Nonetheless, this ancient creature's reputation reminds us not to underestimate petiteness. Mantis is one of the most fearsome animals in the sea. Not really a shrimp at all. These animals are closely related to lobsters, having 2 clubs they use for pummeling prey. A mantis shrimp's fists move like wrecking balls at bristling speeds of up to 50 miles an hour, superheating the surrounding water. Talk about hot, hot, hot. The impact hits with 160 pounds of force, which is why these creatures cannot live in your typical aquarium. Their clubs will crack the glass, and the mantis shrimp wants to be the only bad boy in their arena. This is kind of giving me the Knight of Swords vibes here a little bit. where you kind of fed up and you kind of want to strike out. You've had enough of waiting. Mind you, these abilities and behaviours are also the reason that mantis shrimp signals the need for protection, warrior energy, and self-defense. If those traits weren't enough, mantis shrimp have a low growling sound which rolls out like an indignant rumble. This happens most often in the morning and again at dusk. The sound's purpose? Either attracting mates or keeping the competition at a safe distance. It just made me think of the Five of Wands. So, yeah, I don't think you've got anything to worry about from other people or competition. It seems like you're quite a tough cookie. Many mantis shrimp have one partner with whom they pair with and raise offspring for their entire life. This actually keeps a couple in safety, not needing to wander in search of a new mate. Let's hear it for Let's hear it for fidelity. One species known as the peacock mantis has amazing visual acuity. Their eyes have 12 colour receptors, where humans only have 3. This doesn't mean they see colours differently, but everything. Their eyes work as a satellite, gathering information and transmitting it to the brain for immediate reaction. This gives the mantis shrimp medicine correlations with amping up your psychic perception, especially clairvoyance. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, I think it's basically saying how strong you are, how creative you are, how you can, I mean, the King of Swords can see the truth. He's very logical. He's, you know, somebody who's very intelligent as well. And I feel I'm getting this from you, very tenacious and intelligent. And if you felt like people aren't really appreciating you in the now, then this is definitely something that's going to change quite soon, I feel, for you. Alright, so that's what I got for you, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching it. Hi, pile 2. We're ready now for you and this discus fish. I took a long time to try and say that without tripping over myself. And this lovely rose quartz orb, which I'll roll over there for now. So what we'll do is we'll put these to one side. Hopefully it won't keep rolling across. And we'll grab some tarot, and we'll do you a tarot reading and just see what pops up. That's what I normally do. I'll just do a general reading, and we'll just let the cards tell us what they will, and we'll clarify and everything as we go along. And then at the end we'll have a look at your discus fish and what if there's any messages or any guidance or anything that he or she has got for us at the end. Okay, so your energy is coming out as justice. Gosh, I've had justice a lot lately. What's helping or hindering you is coming out as judgment. Wowzers. Okay. What's brought you to this reading particularly is the Knight of Swords. Gosh, I keep getting repeating ones. I feel like, I wonder if this is anyway, we'll see. In your subconscious, I've got the 7 of Cups. In your conscious thoughts, we've got the 3 of Swords. Okay, I mean, that might explain why you're wanting justice right now. Coming straight towards you, I've got the 6 of Swords, so I like to see that coming out. A Wheel of Fortune going forward from this is in your energy is really great. The situation or others, or you know, outside influences, we've got the 8 of Swords. Hopes and fears is strength. Outcome is the 10. Oh, that's really nice to see. I'm so pleased that you got the 10 of Cups coming out in the outcome. Sorry, I had somebody at my door then. Sorry about that. It's good to see the 10 of Cups coming out for you there to kind of buffer this. Now, let's see. In your current energy, you have got the Justice card. So it does seem to indicate that you are feeling like you need some good karma right now. I mean, looking at your conscious thoughts especially makes me feel that you've obviously been through something difficult, you know, with this Knight of Swords here. And the Three of Swords. I feel like, you know, maybe you've been through a difficult time. It could have been with somebody. I will double check and see if that Knight of Swords is pertaining to a person. But if you have been feeling, you know, if you're in a position of feeling stressed or heartbroken or and betrayed, you know, so not feeling good in the, you know, deep down, I feel that it's perfectly reasonable that you would be wanting some justice, some things to, you know, want the truth. You want to have fairness. You want to, you know, have some sort of something good to happen, because it feels like you've been the one that's acted with integrity, and you've been the one that's been true to yourself and being authentic and everything. And it maybe feel, I mean, these are major, you've got majors here, 2 majors, which I feel, to me, makes me feel that you are going to be able to overcome whatever this uncertainty and this kind of feeling stressed and sad, or, you know, heartbroken. You're going to be able to overcome it. You kind of definitely have it. It's not going to be long before you're kind of picking yourself up here. But yeah, the Justice is your energy, so it makes me feel that you've been the one that's been acting with integrity, acting with honesty, being very kind of open and truthful, and straightforward in everything, and putting yourself into something with, you know, like I say, integrity. And what this has been something that's happened to you, or someone else has caused this for you, and it's quite possible that you are in a position of wanting some truth, wanting some kind of something to come along to balance out this negativity that you've had to deal with here, whatever that might be. I mean, I will double check in a minute. And then what's helping and hindering? You've got Judgment straight on top of Justice. So I feel like this is basically saying, you know, you've had the truth come out about something. This might have been something painful that it's made you confused and put you into a lot of sadness and upset. But this truth coming out is not only made you kind of aware that you deserve better, but it's made this judgment is coming in to kind of call you to kind of leave whatever this is behind you. This is another major card, so this is like, you can overcome whatever this is. You can leave this behind you. Are you going to step into this whole new phase of life and leave all this stuff behind? This is about really evaluating. You've looked at yourself and you've come up with the decision that, you know, you have acted from a good place the whole time. The Judgment is then coming in to say, well, all right, you've taken stock of that. What do you want your life to be now going forward? What are you going to step into? You're going to be stepping out of this situation that's made you feel like you're at a disadvantage in some way, and now it's like you have got the strength, and now you've always acted from a good place. You're going to get rewarded for this, and now this is your chance to step into this whole new phase of life where you're going to be feeling like you can be true to yourself more, and you know, this is meant for you. This is going to be so much better for you, and it's like, don't hesitate. Cut off this, whatever this has been, to make you feel this injustice or this disharmony. this sadness, this confusion. Step into this whole new power, you know, step into your own power, your own self-confidence. Value yourself as you go forward, and drop whatever it is that's held you back or made you feel less than behind you in the past, and don't look back. Okay, this is kind of what's giving me this really powerful two cards coming out here of kind of self-empowerment and appreciating yourself and valuing yourself for who you are and everything. In the what's brought you to this particular reading is coming across as a Knight of Swords, so there could have been some kind of impulsive action, and let me just see if it's somebody, because if it's to do with the love, it might be. I don't really do specific kind of readings, it's just general, but I'm just wondering if somebody's broken your heart, or somebody's kind of done something kind of unexpected and left you kind of reeling, wondering what on earth has happened and why this happened, and it's kind of got you at a precipice a bit. Let me see if this is a person or this is a situation, or what this is specifically going on about here. So what's the Knight of Swords mean for pile 2? Please. What's he on about? What's poking at me? This one's poking at me. Ace of Cups, was it? It feels like it could have been about love. With this Ace of Cups here, let me see, because it doesn't feel like a specific person. It could be. I mean, I'm not getting a specific person, but more that something that you loved that was a source of a lot of fulfillment, maybe come to an abrupt end, or so there was an abrupt change in something that you that had a lot of value for you. Let me double check in the little booklet a minute, because these are the Tarot of the Divine. They've got like little folk tales attached to them, so there might be an extra clue if we have a little look-see. Okay, so bear with me, I'll just quickly try and find the page. Oops. Let me see. Cups. Few cups. Skipping pages here. Ace of Cups. Japanese. Matsuo Saki. Relationship problems, depression, sadness, creative block. Could it be then that something happened out of the blue that kind of disrupted something that you cared about? I feel like the Knight of Swords comes in impulsive and rash, and it's like some kind of like a sudden kind of shocking energy maybe that's come in to disrupt something, which might explain why in your conscious thoughts you have this Three of Swords, which is, you know, in the traditional meaning, it's about heartbreak and betrayal and loss and sadness and grief and all that sort of stuff. So if you're feeling like this, out of sorts like this, it makes me wonder if something had happened that's kind of really thrown you off your happiness a little bit here. In the subconscious mind, you could be confused because of your conscious mind. You could have confusion about what's going on. It could make no sense because you've done everything right, and yet something has happened to upset your happiness here. And it could be you're not sure what to do next, which would tie in, I think, wouldn't it, with what other cards are coming out right now, where you're not sure what to do next and you're kind of a bit overwhelmed, or it's hard to make a decision. It's hard to make decisions right now in this current mindset, I feel, which is why you've got the Seven of Cups. With the Seven of Cups, so basically what you're encouraged to do is kind of go from, you know, what is your heart telling you? What is deep down? I think you know what to do. I think you know what you have to do. I think it's just a matter of, like, don't go so much on logic or what your thoughts are telling you, because the swords are about your thoughts. Yeah. It's about what does your heart tell you is right for you going forward, and that's like what is fair, what's like your heart needing going forward. Being true to yourself, which is exactly what the Judgment's about. You know, take stock of what's going on, be true to yourself, what is going to be for your best interests, never mind logic or what's going on in your head, but what is your heart telling you that you need to do to heal yourself and get yourself out of this situation where you're kind of in limbo and a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit confused and kind of procrastinating making a decision. I mean, you definitely need some healing, but you know, I think you need to exercise some self-compassion in this, and ask your heart what it needs to do. And really, you know, you're very honest, I feel. So I think you need to be honest with yourself and really, like, regardless of whatever else is going on, I need to do what's best for me to get me out of this situation and cut things off that are no longer, you know, helping you or making you happy anymore. You know, I think it's time to step into a whole new phase. And this coming towards you straight away, we've got the Six of Swords, which is definitely a good sign, because it means that you're going to be coming away from this. You're going to be taking up that judgment energy and stepping away from whatever this is that's put you in this sadness. Okay. And it's about being careful to drop. It's like echoing what the Judgment said. It's being careful to drop any baggage. You know, don't bring anything with you that's gonna remind you of heartache. Don't bring anything with you that's going to keep the stress going, the confusion going. Just cut your losses here, because you are moving out of it. It might be bumpy, but you are moving out of this situation, and you're going to be stepping up into this whole new, much more kind of beneficial time. Okay, where you can be true to yourself and you can be, you know, coming away from this, whatever this energy is, and to a much more peaceful, much more happier time for you. So that's really, and I mean, it's definitely happening, because your energy out, you know, once you kind of decide to make the cut, you know, be true to yourself. It keeps coming out. Be true to yourself. Be real about what it is you deserve. And you got the Wheel of Fortune in your energy going forward from this. So this is basically, it is a change that has had to happen. It is definitely things falling away that no longer are good for you, you know, whatever that may be. If it's people, if it's mindset, it's a situation, regardless. I mean, there's definitely the whole little storyline here of you coming to your so much this lovely sort of peace of mind and happiness again, regardless of how badly you think you've lost that somehow. I think you don't need to worry, because, you know, you're freeing yourself up from this situation is going to definitely bring you to a better place. So I know it's tough at the moment, but it's going to definitely, it's looking amazing for you going forward. So please have faith in yourself. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is it, but it's like divine timing. So it's definitely going to be a change for the better. So I don't think you have to worry. This is a major as well. All these majors here. Look at these majors, and you've got strength as well. This tells me, you know, whatever you are going through right now or you've been through recently is going to be easy for you to overcome if you just be true to yourself, as you've always been true to others. It's time to be true to yourself and value yourself and rise out of this situation, and moving on to a better place will bring about a huge change for the better for you, no doubt. In the situation, others, outside influences, yeah, you could be feeling like it may have felt that you were being trapped, but it's really telling you again, you can get yourself out of this situation. Nobody's really keeping you stuck. You're keeping yourself stuck by staying in this mindset, and try and really embrace this new powerful self-confidence and belief in yourself is definitely the thing. And you believe in yourself, then you can get yourself free from whatever situation you think you might be trapped in. This is more to do with your thoughts, so it's definitely the Wheel of Fortune is and the Strength as well, either side. I feel is saying, you know, it's time for you to stop believing you're not capable of things, or stop believing you can't cope on your own, or you can't, not necessarily on your own, but you don't have it within you. You definitely do, and it's time to see that for yourself and just try, you know, and not give in to fears, and not give in to kind of negative self-talk or negativity from anyone else who doesn't want you to kind of succeed, or doesn't want you to see how valuable and how strong you really are. Moving on to the strong part, we got the Strength card. So you are strong. You are strong enough to withstand whatever this is. You are strong enough to heal and overcome any obstacles that you might face. So it's really time, like I say, for you to start believing in yourself, and how powerful and how amazing you actually are, you know, and you've got to give yourself credit. And you are going to, you know, get to a much more, I mean, it's almost like that's the trip to the happy island. I don't know, it looks like that to me, but yeah, you definitely have it within you. Definitely should believe in yourself. This is about you have infinite possibilities, and you really need to honor yourself a bit, you know, and give yourself some credit, because outcome is the 10 of Cups. So this is an abundance of fulfillment. This is abundance of happiness, where you feel maybe like you've lost your happiness. This is saying no. You definitely have a wonderful energy coming your way. You just try to believe it. Try to leave any sort of past wobblies behind, you know, about this anxiety, feeling trapped. You're not actually trapped. You're a lot stronger than you think you are, and you definitely deserve this happiness and this love and this abundance and all this good stuff. So that's definitely on the way for you. So don't be afraid to step out of this and leave it behind, because there's a lovely energy coming towards you. Okay, so that's awesome to see. All right, it's rose quartz. It could be to do with love, I don't know. Could be to just do with self-love and self-confidence. Discus fish. Society, vibrancy and co-parenting. So let me see what the discus fish has got to say in the book, and see if there's any traits that you need to adopt from the discus fish. There he is, or she. So your spirit animal, if it's a spirit animal, it swims up as your spirit's animal. It's time to express your personal vibrancy. Yes, why not? Step out of this kind of being in the shadows, or being kind of feeling bad about yourself or bad about the situation, and step into the truth of who you are, and really kind of feel confident about how great you are, because you are obviously a really amazing person. You've got this, you as the Justice card is somebody who's very like I was saying before, very fair, very honest, who deserves to be, you know, looked after, who deserves to be appreciated, you know. So it's really time, you know, you've got the strength card as well. Celebrate yourself, be compassionate and kind to yourself, and believe that you are totally deserving of all the good stuff in life, you know. Don't sit in disappointment. Totem animal. A discus fish as a totem animal belongs to those who can really make a house a home. So you got the card of a happy home here, a happy family. So definitely true. Power animal. Invoke the discus fish as a power animal for when you need help creating beautiful patterns for success. Yeah, so I think it's all about, you know, self-belief and value yourself above everything else, you know. Let's see if there's anything else. Discus fish. Home sweet home for the discus fish means having a perfect, secure space for families or individuals alike. Yeah, well, that's your outcome, isn't it? Discus fish are gentle creatures, preferring peaceful existence within their environment. A good example for humans. They don't burrow in gravel or tear up nearby plants. They ignore other fish unless there's a threat to their young. The discus has a sound relationship magic too. They mate for life. Once the pair team up, they will stake out a private space away from other fish. Pigment variations make them some of the most coveted aquarium fish in the world. The main tints for the discus are bright blue and brilliant red, representing faith and life's vital force. Another, called the royal discus, has metallic green and azure blue bars, embodying the energy of healing, harmony and fertility. The sunset discus is tangerine orange and saffron yellow, warm and welcoming like the solar array itself. When working with discus fish medicine, consider the colours and the patterns on the fish for greater insights. So yeah, I feel like it's saying, you know, not only is there sort of hints about having this happy home, this happy family, you know, this loving environment that you feel like you deserve, but also, you know, don't be afraid to be your authentic self and stand up for yourself and be true to yourself. Don't be apologetic for who you are, because you have this strength. Okay, you don't need to feel trapped in anything. You're not less than. You are very worthy, and you're very, you know, you deserve so much better than what you've been having so far. And you will find that true, if you're wanting that true love and that true happiness, it is on the way, regardless of what's happened recently. But it's definitely on the way. But you do have to value yourself, and you do have to be compassionate and caring to yourself, just like you are to everyone else. Okay, so that's what I got for you, pile 2. I hope that it was okay for you, and thanks ever so much for watching. Hiya, pile 3. We've got your Labradorite. I love this Labradorite heart, and the crab. So what we're going to do is we'll do you a general Celtic cross with a tarot, and then at the end we're going to read about the crab and what the extra messages might be from the crab. Okay, so we'll pop her to one side with this little heart, and we'll get this going here. Any cards I use I'll try to pop in the comments at some point. Sort of learning as I go with this channel, so I hope that you can bear with me while I iron out the kinks. So what have we got? Advice, guidance, helpful info for pile 3, please. What have we got? Let's have a look. Okay, so your energy is coming out as the 3 of Wands. What's helping or hindering you is death. What's brought you to this particular reading is Temperance. In your subconscious mind, oh, it's glary there, sorry about that, I'm still figuring out all my settings. What's in your subconscious is the Ace of Pentacles. In your conscious mind, we've got the Strength card. Wow, some major cards coming out for you already. So it's quite a significant time right now for you. What's coming straight towards you, we've got the Ace of Swords. Awesome. And then after this, going forward from this current energy, we've got the Five of Wands in your own energy. The situation or others or outside influences, we've got the World, so that's cool to see that one. Hopes and fears is coming out as the Knight of Swords, and outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll go through each one and we'll verify, clarify with extra cards as we need to. Okay, and then at the end we'll turn around the crab, like I said. So your energy at the moment is the Three of Wands. So three of Wands to me is like, it's definitely, you might be starting to see some rewards coming in for something that you've started recently. It's a card to me of saying, well, you put your foot in the water, you put your toe in the water. Are you going to commit yourself now and really go and jump on in to whatever it is that you have maybe started any project or some new idea you're starting to see a little bit of success from, and now it's time to really jump on in there. And are you going to commit to this fully or are you not, basically? So it's like it's time to sort of jump in and see what you can achieve going forward. And then what's helping or hindering you is coming up as the Death card. So I feel like this is like a pivotal point in your life where you're wanting, you're going through quite a transition, and going through quite a big change. It could be like you're on the verge of a whole new career, or like just a whole new phase of life where you're kind of wanting to strike out and do something fairly radical in order to have this big change come. And that's definitely something that, you know, if you have that energy of wanting to sort of go forward and get more rewards and see something grow and, you know, go on this adventure where you have more success coming in whatever it is you're trying to do here, or whatever you might have made a start in. I feel this is like a key time, you know. It's a really good time to go all in on something, I feel, and make these the big changes. Because this is a big change that, I mean, it's all looking really awesome, actually. It's all looking quite a big life change, really. You've got quite a few major cards here. And yeah, I feel like you're kind of going through this growth and this change, you know, that's kind of I feel like you've been patiently waiting for. In what's brought you to this particular reading, I've got the Temperance card. So you've definitely been patient. It feels like it's been quite a long road where you've had to be a bit patient. You've had to go with the flow a little bit, and it's not always gone exactly how you wanted it to, but it's something where it's you've been able to turn something around, or you've been able to go from one situation to another, or you know, change a negative into a positive in some way. And maybe you've come out of a long journey where you've had to be patient, and now it feels like you're actually ready for this big change, ready to kind of make a commitment and really do something to kind of take your life in a whole new direction. In your subconscious, I've got the Page of Pentacles. So you definitely have, I mean, it could be a work reading, it could just be general, but it's like you definitely are ready to embrace a new opportunity and put the work into it, and you don't mind learning it all over again. You know, you don't mind being at the beginning, because you realize that, you know, this is a change that's had to happen. It's been a while. it's been a long time coming, but it's time, you know, this is transformation that you're in right now. And you realize that you have a lot of potential, and you are prepared to put in the work and have the patience to see it through. And then in your conscious mind, you've got another major, which is the Strength card. So this is in a really good energy, which is showing me that you are willing to overcome any obstacles, and you're prepared to put in the dedication and kind of working on something in a kind of a steady way. But you've got this there's no sense of like having to rush anything, or, you know, you're quite prepared to overcome each situation and put in that sort of dedication to get this success, because you know this success, there's potential for future success in both of these, and you might have started to get an inkling of it, and this is going to sort of help fuel your transformation, and you have kind of got the ability to keep things under control in a way that's not oppressive or taxing. Do you know what I mean? It's like an ease with which you'll be able to do things, and you have confidence in your abilities and things like that, and that you've got a handle on everything. So that's what I feel for you there. And then coming to you in the immediate future, you have this success and this victory. So there's definitely, you know, this feels like a really good positive change for you. It could be in your material world, your finances and things, but this is like definitely a victory card. So your combo of this kind of this new passion you've got, knowing you need to make major changes, being okay with things being a bit uncomfortable as you go through this transition, and having that sort of willingness to take it on and work through everything with consistency, I feel is going to give you the, you know, success that you're looking for. So that's cool. Let me just get you, what's this about then? What's this about? We have a confirmation of what the Ace of Swords is in the immediate future, please, for pile 3. This one's poking at me. Oh, he got strength again. Yeah. I think you're on to a winner. I mean, this is definitely going to be good for you. Whatever this changes you're making, it's definitely gonna really suit you, I feel, and you're going to go from strength to strength, I feel. You know, this card, it talks about, you know, this is the first victory card of the wand, so this is definitely whatever you're doing right now is going to be something that's going to build success on success. And it's, you know, you're in that moment right now of doing this, you know, taking on this consistency and being able to overcome your obstacles with consistency, effort, and a willingness to learn, and a willingness to kind of put in the work. It's just, I feel like I wanted to say you go from strength to strength, success to success. Going forward, got your energy as the 5 of Wands, so I feel like this is definitely just you being quite busy. You could be being a bit pulled in different directions, so I think it's important to delegate, not to get too caught up in other people's drama. Just focus on your own, what your own journey is, and what your work. I mean, I'm really interested to see in the comments what your, if this applies to you, what this is. Is it like your own business? Is it like a new job, or some new project you're on where you... I'd love to know. I'd love to know what this is about. It's really interesting to get double strengths like this. Yeah, so I think, you know, are you sporty? I don't know, I just got Is there something to do with your physical body? It could be that too. It could be that, you know, because we've got temperance is about healing, so it could have been, if it's about your body, if it's about your health. I'm wondering, because the temperance is about kind of windy road of, you know, you are going to heal. It's like a healing card. It's a changing of one situation into another situation, and kind of the sun's coming out at the end of a long path, and you've got kind of you're passionate about something, and you're starting to see the results coming in. And the pentacles are to do with your physical body as well as your material world. And then you've got double strength. You've got a transformation. So this is a change that's had to happen. But whole pure new energy is coming in as a result of this. And then we've got the double strength and the victory, which kind of makes me wonder whether it's about you getting healthy or you getting fit as well. If that applies to you, kind of makes me feel like it's something like, there could be, for some of you, it could be something like that. And this 5 of Wands would be maybe you being more active, or healthy competition, or just kind of like not getting sidetracked from your goals and what you need to do by others, or by not sort of getting discouraged, or kind of getting sidetracked. I get sidetracked a lot when I'm trying to do exercise, things like that, and it's easy to kind of leave it go and go, I can't be bothered today, you know what I mean? But I feel like this is you saying don't get sidetracked off of your goal. Let me double check that one for you. Double strength makes me feel like you've got what within you. You have what it takes to overcome any obstacles, and the strength is also to do with like overcoming your base instincts, with the gentle persuasion, the understanding and kind as you go through, and don't knock yourself down if you have a little bit of a wobble, you know. Compassion for yourself, but also freedom through discipline, I want to say. Discipline doesn't have to be oppressive. I keep wanting to say it's to do with your body and your health and fitness. And it feels like I want to say that you can have something that inspires you and you find fun to do, say for exercise, for example, so that this discipline, this overcoming obstacles, this control, this self-discipline does not have to be oppressive, because the strength card is about gentle persuasion rather than force. So I feel like it could be saying, you know, if there's some exercise you want to do, example, I like dancing, so I couldn't sort of do a load of press-ups and things like that. That wouldn't inspire me, but I like learning dance steps and bopping about to my favourite songs, and that's much more likely to get me moving than a load of like people in a gym doing treadmill. Do you know what I mean? You have to find something that you like, find inspiring enough to be able to commit to on a daily basis, and have it be something that's much more something pleasurable and enjoyable than something that you have to enforce on yourself harshly. I think is a much better way of getting success. But let me just double check what this 5 of Wands is talking about. Yeah, I don't think you should be getting distracted. High Priestess. To me, I think that just says, don't let anything take you out of your whatever plan you want to do here, and this change you want to transform yourself maybe. Don't let anything come along and distract you from what you need to do. So make sure you have time to do your exercise plan or your menu plan or whatever. Don't let anyone else get you off track. Focus on what you need to do for you at this point, I would say. The High Priestess is talking about there. And then the situation is the world. So this is kind of cool because this is out of this transformation that you're doing. This is stepping into this whole new you, this whole new phase of your life where you are leveling up. This is a victory again. So you've got this double victory here. So, you know, this is could be, yes, you are going to succeed in your new fitness plan or your new goals for work or whatever it's going to be. I keep saying fitness because I feel like this is maybe you're deciding to do a whole new you here. Feels like that's what that is to me. And this is going to be something that's much more true to you. And you know what it is you need to do deep down. So don't let anything distract you from what you need to do, and succumb to any of the, you know, get fit quick fixes, you know, and new fads and things like that. I think you need to drown out all that and go within, because you know what to do. You know what suits you. So I feel like that's what that's saying. And then, yeah, you've got this world card, and it's interesting. The dancer is coming through here, and she is very confident. She's leveled up. It's a whole new phase you're starting, but you're starting from a better place. You're not, I mean, you're learning to do things in a way that's going to be long lasting this time. But yeah, this is you after transformation. This is you at the end of this cycle where you've had to change things and improve things and work hard. And now this is the situation is you stepping into this whole new phase of your life where you're so much more confident. You've learnt so much. You understand yourself better. You have the self-discipline that's come from your compassionate stance. And you're going into this new phase of your life, being reborn into this whole new era of you, you know, where you're very confident and very happy. Your hopes and fears. Yeah, I would say don't be too tempted to speed things up artificially. You might be afraid it's going to take too long, but you've got two cards here that make me feel like you're wanting to rush things and get results quick, and I don't think that's going to work. I think you have to accept that it will take some time, and you have to be okay with that. But if you make it enjoyable along the way, then it's about enjoying the journey as well. You know, you don't have to wait to be happy until you reach whatever goal it is. I don't think it's like that. I think this is wanting me to say that you need to just enjoy the process and be happy with who you are, and be accepting of yourself and compassionate with yourself as you go along this new journey, because you're going to get there. It's going to be worth it. And then, you know, there is no need to rush or take shortcuts or anything like that. So I feel that's what that's saying. And then the outcome is, yes, it is going to be worth it. And to really take time to appreciate each milestone as you get to it, you know, and accept that there's always going to be maintenance work to do. But it's about being okay with that and being proud of what you've achieved, you know. Look at this guy, he's taking a break from work and he's looking at all these pentacles he's grown. And he's been patient, and he knows he's got more to do, and but he knows also that the results are there later on down the line, and it's going to be from one little pentacle, one little seed you're sowing now. It's going to be this amazing harvest later on down the line, where it's going to be worth it, and it's going to be so much more fulfilling, and the material rewards and your physical body rewards are going to be so much worth the wait. You know, you'll be glad you hadn't tried to skip corners or take shortcuts and that. And being patient with yourself is a really strong message here as well. Okay, so that's what I got for you there. So that's kind of cool. So it'd be really interesting to know if any of you are trying to get fit or anything like that, because that's kind of might have been trying to talk to me as well. But that's kind of what that's giving me, that vibe. So I'd love to know if that's kind of reaching out to you there. So let's go into our crab here. So modesty, self-sufficiency, circumvention. So we'll see what else the crab says from the book. See if there's any extra bits of info we can get from the crab here. Where are we? It's a gigantic book. Thank goodness there's a index. 2 to 8. Right, let's jump to the page and have a look for you what we get for the crab. There you are. So if it's your spirit animal, when a crab skitters in as your spirit animal, it's time to change course and head in a new direction. Well, it's time to head in that new direction. The crab as a totem animal belongs to those who can easily go with the flow. So that's what the Temperance card is all about as well. It helps to be flexible, right? Invoke the crab as your power animal when you need to release pent-up emotions. So yeah, if you're feeling a bit frustrated that, you know, oh my gosh, it's going to take me forever to do this, I think you just need to be confident in your abilities to do it, and just, you know, be prepared for it to take a while. But it doesn't mean to say you can't enjoy yourself along the way. So let's see. Crabs symbolise the dual nature of human experience. Its hard shell is a symbol of the physical realm, while its soft interior symbolises our inner reality. Crabs don't wear the same shell for their entire life. They shed the old to grow the new. So that's a transformation-y message, isn't it? Shedding your old self and embracing this whole new change that you want to bring about. While we may need a boundary between ourselves and the world, we should also prepare for transformation. There you go. That's pretty transformative. I don't know what that is, sorry. Just like shoes, eventually you need a larger spiritual space for housing your energetic nature as it moves towards enlightenment. Crabs have an interesting way of maneuvering. They do not approach something or someone directly, rather they dance sidestep. I did say about dancing, didn't I? This is a lesson in how being unorthodox manifests with remarkable results, or at minimum keeps us engaging in conflict. Few natural paths in life are straight. Well, we had that with the Temperance, didn't we? That's kind of like a winding path. Oh, straight. Where am I? Lost me way. And a crab has mastered a way to navigate them. In China, the ever-steady crab represents a happy life, harmony, steadiness, balance, patience, and prosperity. The image of a crab becomes a charm that attracts wealth, recognition, success, fertility, and longevity. It is said that a crab moves in accordance with the universe's ebb and flow of energy, and we can do likewise to promote ongoing positive vibrations, chi, in our lives. So yeah, I think you've learnt that, and you've had to be flexible over time, and that things are never that straightforward. But you know, wanting this change, wanting to kind of achieve something, you know, and achieve maybe success in the future in whatever you're doing, but you are prepared to put, you know, you do know you have to start from the basics, and you're gonna have to put the work in, and whatever comes along the way, I think you're going to handle it with grace, and a belief in yourself, and some compassion for yourself if things go a bit wobbly. You are due for some success though, and this whole new you coming forward, this whole new adventure, and yeah, as long as you don't sort of cut corners and get too impatient with yourself, I feel that, you know, it's all going to be worth the wait in the end, and it looks like it's going to be really rewarding for you in the end. So that's what I got for you, pile 3. I hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you ever so much for watching all the way to the end. Thank you. Bye.